Stop fooling around. Close your eyes. Hello, you guys. This is Latius and Latius, and thank you, Victor, for telling me that. And I decided I'm gonna make one video, which is me gonna be finishing finally all the wedding dates. So I'm curious to read Gavin's. I've been meaning to for so long now. So with that being said, let's read Two Became One Date. On the day of the group wedding shooting, Minor, my original partner, stood me up. Then Gavin appeared in front of me. Anna, have the couples reached their positions? What? Ooh, I read that completely wrong. Rest assured, I've already checked all of them. The cameraman will report to me regarding the status of the drone. Just relax being the bride for the day. If you keep running around, the makeup artist's effort for 2 hours will be in vain. Thank you so much. Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and the company planned a fairy tale dreamland themed collective wedding. We visited all the wedding companies in the city and finally found 99 couples who were willing to join the collective shooting at the Fairy Tale World theme park in Loveland City. We would arrange the 99 couples to stand at different spots of the park, from the lawn at the entrance of the park to the retro street in front of the castle to the church donated with flowers. Interesting. Drones equipped with cameras would fly across the park according to the scheduled path for shooting, and the couples would pose as instructed when the drone passed. That is really interesting. I would have liked to have done something like this. We wanted to record the fairy tale atmosphere of the park and the happiness of the couples using the one-shot method. Oh, that's neat. They compiled it in a book. Unlikely, 2 days before the shooting, several couples had to cancel due to emergencies. Having no other options, we could only stand in ourselves. Yes, Willow, Kiki, and I had to participate to meet the target of the 99 couples. I tidied my white hemline. Although the wedding gown was borrowed and the groom was not real, I couldn't help feeling excited. Every girl has probably dreamed of wearing a wedding gown one day. I like to. When? I don't know. After all, it was really beautiful. Should I take a photo to show him? We last contacted 3 days ago. I wonder if his mission went well. I want to see him blowing in with the wind. As I was thinking about that, my phone rang. It was my groom, Minor. Hey, boss. Minor actually sounded sleepy. Oh, hey, boss. Are you still at home? The shooting is starting in half an hour. I stayed up late and slept at 4. Can I take a day off? What? Rip. This was the fairy tale wedding. I've been prepared for almost 2 months, Minor. 2 months? How could you? And yet Minor stood me up at the last moment before the shooting? You're my partner. Who will take your place if you're not here? I got really upset and unintentionally raised my voice. What's wrong? Minor won't come? Come here immediately. I'll ask the cameraman to wait for you. If you don't show up in a half an hour, I will snap you in half. Oh, wait, boss, let me finish. Although I can't come, your groom will not be absent. Huh? What do you mean? Minor hung up the phone without waiting for me to finish. Before I could react, I heard a familiar voice behind me.
I'm not late, am I?
No, not at all. As I turned around, I was astonished and bewildered. The man in a suit and leather shoes stood just a few steps from me. Hey, his chestnut hair was glided with gold in the sun. And there was shimmer in his amber eyes. He was usually serious to others, but he was smiling at me now. Under the smooth curve and sharp outlines of his jaw, oh my God, I saw his thin neck and wide shoulders. It was the Gavin I was familiar with, but there was something different about him. In his slender fingers was a pair of crystal shoes. Under the sunlight, the shoes were glimmering and twinkling like stars, like fireflies. Gavin, you... I was still in a trance as Gavin walked towards me naturally, bent over and got down in front of me on one knee. The next moment, his warm fingertips touched my ankle, and I subconsciously bit my lower lip. The wind was very chilly, but my cheeks burnt instantly. At the same time, I could clearly hear my heart pounding in my chest. Pa-bum, pa-bum. I looked down at Gavin, and with all of my emotions stuck in my throat, I was unable to express them. So, this is how people felt when they found their Mr. Right. Aww. Every year now had significance, and every waiting moment for happiness was not wasted. After putting on one shoe, Gavin noticed I was a little unstable, so he raised a hand. Without hesitation, I put my hand in his palm. I leaned all of my weight on him and stepped into the second shoe steadily, like Cinderella. Gavin stood up quickly and took the balloon in my hand. Anna stepped forward and tidied my bang. Then she put down the veil and smiled after making sure my makeup was flawless. I'm tearing up seeing you getting married, both of you. So beautiful. I glanced at the smiling Gavin and muttered, What are you talking about? All smiling, Anna crossed her arms and looking at me tightly, held hands of Gavin and I. She showed delight. I'll tidy you up here. Hurry up and get prepared, everybody. I looked at Gavin and smiled at him.
Shall we go now?
Yes, indeed. Okay. Oh, I never imagined that I could one day walk with Gavin on this flowery path that leads to the fairy tale kingdom. With every step I took, the pleasant sound of the crystal shoes stepping on the ground echoed in my ears. Perhaps some fairy enchanted me? Only then I could experience the surprise and happiness Cinderella did. Gavin, I was actually thinking just now how it would be a pity if you couldn't see how pretty I look today. Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
So I had to come.
Oh, I did. All right. I did all right. Okay. Ooh. Aw. Our destination shooting spot was the terrace on the third floor of the castle. I lifted my gown and walked up the spiral stairs of this castle. Probably worried that I would feel insecure, Gavin held my hand and raised it all the way, taking each step slowly and carefully. The sunlight that shone through the stained glass into the castle painted colorful lights on the ceiling, stone bricks, and white steps. The huge dome was exquisitely painted with scenes from the Greek mythology. Well, that's pretty cool. Eros, golden bow pointed toward the sky, starry dark blue sky. The pure white wedding dress, magical crystal shoes, and magnificent castle. Although I had imagined my fairy tale wedding countless times during childhood, I never thought that the dream would come true one day with Gavin, going through these beautiful, lovely steps. Although unexpected, it felt like I'm blessed by the goddess of destiny. Through the veil, I kept taking a peek at Gavin's face. Although it was just a simple shooting, I had somehow been nervous since he appeared before me. Gavin, when did you come back?
Last night.
Why? Okay.
Miners sent me a message 2 days ago saying you need a partner. So I finished my mission as soon as possible and rushed back.
Oh, he would do that just for that? That's adorable. I paused for a bit. Once again, I troubled Gavin. I gave an audible sigh and almost blurted out a thank you, but swallowed it back after a brief hesitation. We were unexpectedly short of hands, but it isn't a big deal, and you didn't have to rush back.
It is a big deal.
It is. I mean, I want to be your groom. Like, hello. Gavin chuckled lightly.
Whether it's real or fake, you can only be my bride.
Why, okay. His tone, was still casual as usual, but every word hit close to my heart. Although he always made solemn promises casually, he never broke one. He never broke them. He was my fearless knight who was always there for me when I needed him the most, protected me with his life. There was never an exception. With him by my side, I have infinite courage. I held his hand tightly. Let's see. Hoping to convey to him all of my joy and gratitude. At the moment, through the warmth of my palm, every step of the heel on the marble floor echoed in the empty building. This road to the future was paved by a short yet colorful path. Gavin.
Hmm?
What's up? Do you think the prince would marry another princess if he failed to find Cinderella? Would he?
I don't think he would.
Yeah, he'd be after you, man.
She was the one he chose, so he would keep looking for her.
Exactly. Yes, indeed. Ooh. Just then, we reached the last step, and I was welcomed by a bright, open space. The sunlight sprayed in every corner of the terrace, while the vines climbing on the railing stretched lazily. Oh, that's so pretty. Standing here overlooking the entire park, every scenery was in sight. The shimmering coins in the wishing well, the flags fluttering in the wind on the pirate ship, and the white pigeons flying over the beautiful castle. I couldn't help but exclaim. The last time I visited, it was rainy. I didn't realize that I missed such a beautiful scenery. Oh, I bet. And then now that she goes back when it's not raining, it looks so beautiful, huh?
Since you're seeing it now, you haven't missed it.
Aw. Another screenshot. That's right. Just as I was fascinated by a white pigeon on the railing of the terrace, a wisp of blue smoke rose over the lawn at the entrance. It's a signal to start shooting. Let's see. The cheerful waltz started playing, and countless loudly dressed fairy tale characters swarmed to the main street in front of the castle, surrounding the couples, singing the song of blessing. The bride's white wedding gowns swirled with their graceful dance, blooming like camellias. Several pumpkin carriages, drove past slowly, showering gold foil and flower petals? Yes. At this moment, the colored balloons held by the grooms were released in the air. Oh, that is so pretty. I'd love to see this. Pages of the fairy tales were being performed, and the amazing magic and romantic love on the yellowing pages were all displayed right before me. When I was still immersed in the joyful atmosphere, I saw the drone in the distance. Oh no, I didn't expect it to come so fast. I adjusted my breathing over and over again, trying to calm down.
Are you cold?
No, we're just nervous. Noticing my stiff expression, Gavin moved closer and closer. No, I'm just a little nervous. Although I had already familiarized myself with what was to happen next, I didn't officially participate in the rehearsal and was so unsure of myself. Gavin, remember to lift my veil later, then release the balloons and look deep into my eyes. It wasn't until I said that did I realize that saying look deep into my eyes, as in the proposal, was so embarrassing. I blushed and tried to withdraw my hand from his palm, but failed. I'm not letting you go. You need to first lift my veil before letting go of the balloon, so he should have one free hand. But he only held my hand even tighter. Just then, the drone slowly flew towards the terrace. As I was about to remind him again, a breeze gently lifted my veil gently. I guess he did that, huh? The white before my eyes disappeared, and I could see Gavin's face clearly in front of me. Aww. Oh. He stepped forward, releasing the balloons as scheduled, and then held my waist gently with his free hand. I blinked and saw the overflowing smile in his amber eyes, the brightest light in the world now reflected in my eyes. I didn't know how long it had passed before we stood apart. The drone was long gone, and colorful balloons were floating the sky over the whole park. Oh, that's pretty cool. There's like a drone doing all of that. And come on, Gavin. I took 2 steps toward the railing and saw some of the couples who had finished shooting still embracing each other. Some of them were frolicking on the grass, laughing happily. Oh, how wonderful. I want something like that. Touched by their smiles, I sighed with relief. Regardless how the final product was, this moment was worth all of our efforts. I didn't realize my eyes were already welling up with tears, and my back was suddenly enveloped by warmth. In the blink of an eye, something dripped from my eyes and slid past my smiling lips. Gavin hugged me from behind, and seeing me like this, he tightened his arms around me, his unique light scent mixed into my breath. He lowered his head, his chin resting gently on my forehead.
What's on your mind?
Oh, watching the bride closest to us taking selfies with the groom, I couldn't help chuckling lightly. When I started planning this, I thought that the form outweighs the content. What? Rather than the wedding ceremony, the atmosphere of the park decoration and the drone shooting were actually the key points. But eventually, I felt that the form wasn't important at all. Oh, yeah, I see what she's about to say, I think. The most meaningful part was to witness the most important moment in the lives of so many. Oh, really? That's what she. Okay, okay. Okay, I see what she's getting at now. So, happiness can take a physical form. It has a sound, it has warmth. Ooh. I placed my palm on the back of Gavin's hand, and my fingertips stroked the rough calluses on his hand from using firearms over the ears. Then I twined my fingers with his tightly, leaving no gaps. Can't be touched. Oh, I can't be touched. Gavin spoke no more. I heard only his light chuckle. The long silence prolonged his warm moment, yet I still hoped that every next second could be longer and longer and longer. Soon, all of the colored balloons had disappeared from the clear sky. The shooting seemed to be over. I immediately took Gavin's hand and ran towards the path we took to come here. Follow me. I led him out of the castle, running along the avenue covered with petals, to the empty amusement park. Oh, the park. I was going to say, how does the second picture fit into this? Because it's like a merry-go-round, I think. The park was not open to the public today, but all the rides were in running condition for the shooting. The entire area was covered by the cheerful music. There were several white pigeons on the opening in front of the carousel. I tried to slow down, but still ended up scaring the pigeons. Rip.
These pigeons seem to fear strangers. Pearly is a lot more friendly.
Pearly. Oh, they have a pigeon, right? Yeah. No, they don't. I mean, you're just imagining things, Gavin. I took out 2 bags of pigeon food from my small backpack and shook them in front of Gavin. These pigeons are props that I borrowed for the shooting, and they have been friendly with me. Oh, I sprinkled a bag of pigeon food on the ground, and all the pigeons flew past us, then scrambled for food on the ground, seeing them pecking away happily. I couldn't help getting closer. Enjoy the food. You're going home soon, but I will come to see you often. Coo, coo, feed me. I didn't know if they understood me, but some pigeons raised their heads and looked at me with their widened black eyes. When I looked back, I found a chubby white pigeon resting on Gavin's finger. He was shrouded in the hazy morning sunlight, his tie loosened and 2 buttons on his suit undone. Ooh. I stepped forward and gently touched the pigeon's call. The little bird ignored me and continued looking at Gavin with its head tilted.
It's not joining the others. Maybe it's not hungry.
Oh, interesting. Or perhaps it knows that it can get its big feast here with you. Oh, I fumbled in the bag again and found the last pack of pigeon food. I opened under the gaze of the pigeon and sprinkled the food in my palm. Chubby immediately flew from Gavin's finger to mine. However, it flew off only after 2 small pecks.
Someone's whistling.
Oh. Yeah, I asked the owner of the decorative to pick them up around this time. Oh. All the pigeons spread their wings with a whoosh and flew into the air. Watching them flying higher and higher, I waved at them and then smiled at Gavin. Shall we go home? You can take a break first and wait for me to prepare you a feast.
Okay.
Okay. Gavin strode forward and took my hand. His smile suddenly turned into a frown.
Your hands are freezing cold.
Uh-oh. Oh, he immediately put his suit over my shoulders and pulled on the collar to tightly wrap my shoulders, which were exposed in the cold wind.
Sit down and rest for a while. We're in no hurry.
Okay. I glanced at the low bench and then at my wedding gown, which almost reached the ground. This was borrowed after all. Gavin seemed to see what my worry was and lifted me off the ground directly in his arms. Gavin! Oh my goodness! I screamed, with my feet were suddenly lifted off the ground. Before I could react, he had already got on the carousel and placed me firmly, oh, that's cute, on a wooden horse. However, as soon as he let go of me, the carousel started running, and sitting sideways on the wooden horse, I lost my balance completely. Uh-oh. Instinctively, I grabbed the nearest life-saving straw, which was Gavin's collar.
Scared?
No.
Don't worry. I won't let you fall.
Aw. Oh, he took another step closer, half a step closer, and I finally felt safe and relieved. Oh, but with my feet off the ground, I still didn't dare to let go and held on to him tightly, like my life depended on it. The brilliant string of lights shone above my head while warm and joyful music played. For a moment, I felt like I was in a fairy tale dreamland again. Gavin, now I'm thinking how good it is that you could rush back. No matter whether the wedding is real or fake, I only want to be your bride. It was the stroke of midnight, but the fairy godmother's magic did not vanish. My night had been so embarrassing and silly moments of mine, yet when faced with the evil dragon and witch, still drew his sword and stood firmly in front of me. His tall back left the deepest indentation in my memory. The wind and frost that froze in his eyes was the starlight that I was willing to warm for the rest of my life. The lingering breeze flowed between my fingers, and I clenched my fists to hold on tightly in my palms. At this moment, I didn't know how to express my affection towards him through my words, and could only look at him blankly, just looking, unwilling to move my gaze. I'll look at you forever. Ooh. With a chuckle, he bent down and narrowed the distance between me. The moment our eyes met, I held my breath for a moment, then he leaned in closer and kissed me on the lips. Oh, I caught a glimpse of the colored lights on top of the carousel, which formed layers of halos, and saw white pigeons flying across the blue sky. For a moment, I wondered if I had been fallen into the most fascinating dreamland. It's not a dream, no. Gavin's warm breath completely surrounded me. He held my cheek in one hand, the other one on my waist. His kiss didn't go deeper, neither did it leave. It was just a beautiful, soft kiss. Dazzled, I was absorbed in it and didn't want to wake up.
Whenever you are ready,
Oh,
you can be my bride.
oh, thank you. Of course. That was adorable. The company's Valentine's Day proposal was group fairy tale wedding. Since a couple couldn't make it, I had to take their place, but my original partner, Miner, stood me up that day. Miner said that he prepared me a surprise, though he couldn't come. I was still confused when I heard a familiar voice behind me. Turning around, I saw Gavin in a white suit. There was a pair of white suit. He had a blue suit on, with a pair of crystal shoes in his hands. The shooting location was on the 3rd floor of the castle. I've been secretly looking at Gavin through the veil. Although the wedding was fake, my palpitation was real. As the shooting began, Gavin moved closer towards me, released the balloons as planned, and put his hand around my waist. I could see the smile in his eyes. I saw the pigeons, they came at us, and I fed him. Went on the carousel, he gave me his jacket, he gave me a light kiss on the lips. I didn't go any deeper, but it was a beautiful sight to behold. Aww. That was cute. Wait, did I get the prizes? Yeah. I thought that was an adorable date. What do you think? I enjoyed it very much so. I really enjoyed this date. I don't think there was anything bad about it. I just think the rest were a little more romantic, though, especially Lysian's and Kito's, I think. Victor's, too, I'm not sure. I don't know. I just felt like they could have done it. I don't know. But I still enjoyed it. So, sugar figurine and crystal shoes. All right, let's see. Where's... Ah, okay, there we are. Gavin, guess who I saw near our high school?
A former teacher?
Maybe. Wrong.
Then a former classmate.
Also wrong.
I give up. Is it someone I know?
Never mind. Do you remember the old man who used to sell sugar figurine at the school gate in high school? Sugar figurine?
Kind of. But I remember he stopped selling a long time ago. Why? You saw him?
Oh? Yeah, and the most amazing thing is that he still remembers me. Well, that's pretty cool. Excuse me, after all that time, huh?
He remembers you as a regular?
Huh? No. Yeah, I used to request different shapes of sugar figurine. Maybe I gave him nightmares.
What did you ask him to make?
Simple ones like flowers and difficult ones like textbook, piano, calculator.
It's possible that you've scared him away.
Maybe. I'm about to challenge him again now. Do you want one? Oh, do you want one too, Gavin? I'll ask him to shape one for you.
What did you ask for?
A ginkgo leaf? I showed him your picture and asked for a cute version of you. I'll show you later.
Then I want a cute version of you.
Oh, okay. I like how you just honest. I want a cute version of you.
To form a pair.
Aw. Oh, okay. By the way, I have something else I want to tell you.
What is it?
Just now, the old man said he thought you looked familiar.
Familiar? I don't remember having bought a sugar figurine from him.
So how's that possible? He saw you teaching some bullies a lesson before, so he was particularly impressed with you. It seems that many people kept your heroic deeds in mind.
Including you?
Yes, of course, but I don't just keep them in mind. I'll tell you out loud to praise you.
I accept your praise, but these are just trivial things. You don't have to remember them.
Oh, it means a lot to us, though. But it's these trivial things that help me know you and your paths better.
It doesn't matter what happened in the past.
Oh.
What matters is every moment I spend with you now.
Oh. Then I'll go look for you now with the sugar figurine. Where are you?
No need. Stay where you are. I'll pick you up.
Okay. Oh, that was cute. And crystal shoes. Gavin, I have a serious question.
What is it?
What's with the crystal shoes you gave me? Good point. These crystal shoes are the company's customized gifts for the brides. There are only 99 pairs of them. I sent all the crystal shoes to the brides already last week. It's impossible that I missed a pair, which happens to be my size. I guess you got it?
I custom ordered an extra pair.
Oh.
I went to your company that day and saw you asleep on a desk, still holding the design draft of the crystal shoes.
Oh.
So I asked Miner to contact the manufacturer.
That's adorable. I knew it. I woke up that day and found a blanket over me. I thought I was sleepwalking.
You were sound asleep, so I didn't wake you up.
Thank you. I like it a lot. Actually, my design was inspired by you.
In what way?
As the chimes of midnight struck, Cinderella lost her magic. It was the prince who never forgot her that led to the happy ending in the story.
And so?
Thank you for never forgetting the girl you met in high school, silly.
I see. Those shoes seem really important. Fortunately, I ordered you a pair.
Aw. Haha. I guess every girl has her own dream of love. Just don't laugh at me.
I won't.
Oh, he would not do
Not
that.
only will I not laugh at you, I'm also glad to be a part of your dream.
Oh no, I want more. Yep. So after a year of having this, I finally finished the wedding dates. They were adorable. Anybody read all 4 of them? Which one's your favorite? I loved Lee's scenes a lot. I liked them all, but if I had to choose, I really enjoyed Lee's scenes. That was so cute. So yeah, hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.